President Donald Trump has authorized Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) to target schools and churches, marking a significant shift in federal immigration enforcement. This move comes after the Department of Homeland Security revoked a 2011 directive that prohibited arrests in sensitive areas, like schools, churches, and hospitals, which were considered safe spaces for undocumented immigrants. The original directive aimed to balance enforcement with respect for community spaces, ensuring arrests wouldn't disrupt functions or services. However, the Trump administration argues that the new measure is necessary to ensure the rule of law. Critics condemn the decision, warning it could lead to fear and distrust within immigrant communities. Advocacy groups argue it may deter families from sending children to school or attending religious services. An immigration rights activist describes it as an attack on basic human dignity that threatens the sense of safety in sacred spaces like schools and churches. The policy change has sparked protests, with demonstrators holding signs reading "Protect our communities and immigrants are welcome here." As the policy takes effect, its real-world impact remains to be seen, but for many, the fear of enforcement looms larger than ever. This move is part of a broader effort by the Trump administration to crack down on immigration. The administration has already implemented several policies aimed at reducing the number of immigrants entering the country, including a travel ban targeting predominantly Muslim countries and increased funding for border security. However, critics argue that these policies are not only inhumane but also ineffective. They point out that the majority of undocumented immigrants are not criminals, but rather individuals who are seeking a better life for themselves and their families. The impact of this policy change will likely be felt across the country, particularly in communities with large immigrant populations. Schools and churches have long been considered safe spaces for immigrants, and the removal of these protections will likely lead to increased fear and anxiety.